this, but probably some of both. So whatever I do, you stick with me, will you?
Absolutely.
So you're probably laughing cry too. All right, well, when I thought about what am I going to say, a million things just came into mind, boom, bang, bang, and I just had to write them down really fast. So I'm going to tell you a few of these, and one of my favorite ones, I've actually gotten an update from David Flavin here on some of the accuracy.
Oh, that's no fun.
Well, it turns out it was David's 1918 Dodge Brothers car with those huge wheels with spokes in them.
34 by 40s.
34 by 40s.
That's the wheel.
Okay.
That's not the tire.
They drove right up the Brookings Hall steps at Washington University, right through into the quadrangle.
And the other thing you got to know, it's a touring car.
It's a touring car.
No top on
With
it.
several
Well, you had
modifications.
you leave the roof in the garage, you pull it up on pulleys, and it starts to rain, you got to go back to your garage and get it.
And I knew this story for a long time, and then about 2 years ago, he added a little bit of extra spice to it, telling us that they were actually trying to elude the Clayton police, who had the smaller wheels and couldn't get up those stairs. And they were successful and made their way down Forsyth Avenue. He ditched the cops successfully. I'm not advising that, and I'm glad my sons aren't here to hear it.
Well, incidentally, we were very good terms with the cops. We didn't really
Well, they
have
were on
fun.
good terms with the cops. I
Well, you
take
knew
it.
them so well.
Okay. Here's the next one is bargains and deals of the century. The rivalry between Uncle Fielding and my dad on this topic never stopped. About 70% off and 3 for 1, and how much he paid for a pack of underwear at Grandpa. It was so intense. I opened my remarks at my dad's own funeral with the comment that I got my suit 40% off. I'm certain that Uncle Fielding was thoroughly unimpressed. Got ripped off.
Hey, great deal.
I think I'll stop by Hood's this weekend in his honor. Shear pin! Shear pin! Who knows what a shear pin is?
Yeah.
Everyone on his boat knows what a shear pin is.
I'll never forget those words, and there were probably a couple of them right in front of it that I didn't put on the paper. He must have put 100 of those shear pins in the bottom of the river. I remember him constantly repairing the old glass trowel while teaching us all to water ski. How many of us did he teach to water ski?
His sister, I successfully. Never made it. I never made it.
Love is patient. Love is kind.
Dad is
Amen,
patient.
brother.
I have to tell you, Jimmy, there is a story. One of my dearest friends, as we were walking out of church, said this was the most perfect mass and for Fielding, but she said one word they left out. I said, what was that? She goes, sweet. And that is a good description.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. So anyway, I think it was from him that I got the boat bug, and then probably the lake house bug also. When we were in high school, I remember getting a bunch of my friends together and out there. I'm not kidding. It was 17 degrees, and we were trying to build the second deck of that 4-story house. And we framed up a wall that went from end to end, which is probably 152 feet long. And we finally got it ready, and we all huffed and we puffed, and we set it up straight. And before we did that, I remember distinctly saying, guys, if this thing continues to go, let it go. Don't go over the side of the wall. So anyway, we helped him build that house, and several years later, I found myself doing the exact same thing with our lake house, and many of you people have been. I told you about the other part, right? So anyway, a lot of you folks were there when we had our.
Is that the family reunion?
That was our family reunion, yes.
So special.
So anyway, we were having our own drywall parties, and we kind of did the same thing building that lake house. So I learned a lot about that from Uncle Fielding. And then, and I got to think that all the fun that we've had there, that place is just a family magnet. It's just kind of a continuation of the whole thing.
Did you rebuild it after the big flood?
Well,
The big Cuba flood?
Actually, like one comment he made to me about that, he says, "It's sure good you didn't build on a river." So we have not had to rebuild it, thank goodness. So anyway, that's a real treasure to our family, and I can trace that back.
He would have a 51% survival because the 2 floors on top, and you could get federal money to rebuild it if you weren't 51% destroyed.
All
And of
right.
course, then he wound up with his other houses up and down the street. You remember that?
He was a collector of things.
Well, he put in his own street light. He put in his own
All right.
street lights. Yeah.
I'll carry on, or we'll be here all day. Aunt Mary, you had all the nice Christmas celebrations, and Uncle Fielding provided the summer fun. And okay, here we go. Anyway, he was a man of dreams and perseverance, and we heard that today. I was thinking there, wow, there's the chords that he's got to run right through. So how many times did he battle back the floodwaters to protect his castle? His place where he could entertain his friends and family, and wherever Uncle Bud, I do remember he presented Uncle Fielding with a trophy, so to speak, of the Eagle's watch. And it said something about
Well, while you're doing that, let me tell you one of his shopping.
okay, you lighten up the mood. Go ahead, lighten up.
I just heard this from Sandra, Fielding's stepdaughter, and it just so Fielding. He and Mel were in Gulf Shores or New Orleans someplace, and Fielding just said he would be gone for a few minutes. Well, a few minutes went to blah, 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 and finally came back. And I said, where have you been? He said, shopping. What did you buy? Well, they had 10 pounds of hamburger on sale. Yeah, I was like, oh, from New Orleans, we're going to drive back to St. Louis.
Such a good deal.
That's that.
And they looked at it.
It's kind of like that computer that's just sitting down there. Anyway, just
All right, now that I got my voice back. No, I just remember Fielding being so proud of that gesture on Uncle Bud's part that he recognized his perseverance.
Did he?
Yeah. Stroking up like I am. Anyway, he really cherished that gesture. And so finally, I just want to say to Uncle Fielding, thank you for teaching us the joy of family time together. We will carry it on.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I have one more shopping thing.
Wait a minute, not just one, there's more.
But this is so funny. Remember when Sam's Club first opened? So I said to Uncle Bud, let's go out, let's see what it's all about. So we're pushing down one aisle, and who's in the aisle but your father? My father.
No kidding.